Okay. I don't know if I'm ever going to share this, but I wanted to say something about autistic masking because you see a lot of content online about unmasking, and I never really realized that I was unmasking after learning I was autistic. It just kind of hit me that I've been learning how pretty much all of my behavior, my entire personality, was actually just people pleasing. Social encounters, romantic engagements, friendships. I was fawning and I was people pleasing, and I was never really being honest with myself and how I felt. So, unconsciously, unintentionally, after I learned I was autistic, I simply started to explain to people how things felt for me when things felt uncomfortable and what I needed to feel okay or to enjoy myself or to feel understood. And suddenly no one's interested in talking to me, and I'm losing all of my connections, and people say they don't understand why I've changed, or they try to say that I'm not actually autistic for one reason or another, like I'm just trying to get attention, or like I haven't done years of research and self reflection to figure out what's going on because I'm being affected so severely and it's actually disabling my life. So suddenly I'm at a spot where I feel like I don't even know who I am anymore. It really just kind of hits you. It's been almost 2 years now for me since I realized, and suddenly it just kind of hits me like I don't even know who I am anymore. I have noticed slowly over time that I don't feel like I could recognize who I was before, but a deeper sort of realization hit me. Like that my whole personality was just people pleasing, and who even am I? Am I kind? Am I generous? Or am I just an irritable bitch? Or is that just the autism? Or am I a good person for trying to request my needs and my boundaries so that I can feel okay? Or am I just demanding and selfish the way everybody makes me feel? It's very hard not to self gaslight yourself, especially when every single reaction you get from other people is negative. You try to wear your headphones out to the grocery store because it helps you manage your own dysregulation and how you're experiencing everything while you're outside. And the reaction you get from the cashiers, the looks, the stares, the awkwardness. Why does this have to be awkward? Why do we even need to have a conversation? Why does there have to be small talk? You're a cashier, ring my items through, take my money. I try to act like I'm a deaf person, like you should be able to manage this interaction. Just because I'm wearing headphones doesn't mean I can't go through a cashier comfortably, but now every time, even though I go to the same store every time and they're starting to get to know me, it's awkward. Why does it have to be awkward? This helps me. So now I'm stuck trying to leave the house, and now I have this awkward, uncomfortable feeling of not wanting to wear the headphones that are actually helping me regulate when I go out to the store. And every time I choose to wear the headphones because they're helping that much that it's worth going through that uncomfortable reaction when I go through the cashier wearing them. It's like that all the time. Whenever I try to explain myself to others, they just treat me like I'm too much, like I'm overwhelming, like I'm high maintenance, and they don't want to deal with me. Or, I'm just feeling so overwhelmed and overstimulated by everything, and anybody who tries to be a part of my life is just becoming the node of me ranting about my new special interest, which is just how overwhelmed I am and how I can't do this and how nobody understands, and how I don't have the energy to be a good friend. I don't have the capacity to consider other people or to have like a two-way street in a friendship. The energy is really a one-way street, which is, it's an interesting reflection for me, because I find in romantic relationships I'm always putting in all of the effort when it feels like the other party isn't putting in any effort to try to hold together the relationship. I try really hard because I don't connect with people very often to keep people in my life, usually beyond the point I actually should be, and it's actually good for me. But it seems to me that I've never had a friend in my life beyond a romantic partner, because I don't have the capacity or the energy to give to a friend beyond my romantic partner. Yeah. I guess that's all I have to say.